Diamantopoulou, currently the Greek Minister for Education. We've just heard a very interesting presentation by this event for the European Economic and Social Committee. I'd like to ask a couple of follow-up questions relating to what you just spoke about. So firstly, with the high levels of debt as they are in the European Union currently, with national debts expanding exponentially, it seems, at the moment, do we have the money to be able to invest further in education and help bridge the gap with social cohesion, do you think?
The general and easy answer is that we do not have money. But because each government has to establish its own priorities, I have to tell you that even in this very, very difficult situation we are in Greece now, the Prime Minister and the government decided that the priority of education reform will be alive. So we cut money from the education, but it is the lowest from all the other sectors, and the education and health are the only sectors that we still go on with new workers.
Okay. Now,
so it is a priority.
Okay, good. Well, we're all pleased to hear that, I'm sure. Now, with the rest of the discussions that we've just been hearing, we've been hearing a lot of people saying that they want to see education levels increased. Do you think organisation of this should be happening perhaps at local levels, at regional, national, or should the EU be taking control of this?
No. At EU level, education could never be a matter of EU policies. It is national, and in many countries it is regional and local. But what we can do at the European level is to cooperate at the level of universities, at the level of research, and using the method of open coordination to exchange our experiences in order to improve our educational systems. Just to give you an example, now we are in very close cooperation with the Finnish government. Parliamentarians went there, teachers were there, syndicates were there, and we are, and the same with France, and we try to take the best of what they have done in order to work together.
Okay, now you opened and closed with the same question, really, trying to really emphasise it to the delegates here, and that is, what is the cost of Europe not having a social policy? What would you say? The
economic cost of not having social policy is huge. And one component of the debt and the deficit is that we do not have social policy. And I'll give you an example, just to make clear what I mean. Let's take one social issue. There are so many. Let's take the problem of violence against women. If we don't have any kind of policy, if we do not support women, if we do not have social services, or if we don't have policies in schools in order to face with this problem, look what the consequences are. Women who are under violence cannot participate in the labor market. They have problems with their children, and this new generation cannot participate in equal terms with other children. There are huge costs concerning the hospitals who have to take care of them many times, and there is a huge cost concerning the police who has to take care of this. There is problem with the judge. So if you add all these costs and you see that at the same time that you have destroyed human lives, you can understand what is the economic result. So we have to see it in a general way and see how important it is for economic reasons, because this is an argument for the ministers of economy, how important it is to invest in social policies.
It sounds like what you're saying is that there's almost a vicious circle of social inequality for the lesser educated, the people that are struggling. It then goes on to their families and their children's generation. Is that what you mean?
There is a vicious cycle, it is true, and because on the other side we know that there is no money, and it is very easy to say words, but when the time comes you cannot find the means to do that. This is why I underlined in my suggestions the need to concentrate in a concrete way to the most excluded people and to have positive discrimination. During the crisis, let's concentrate this money to people who have no hope. Otherwise, it will be a catastrophe for the society.
Anna Diamantopoulou. Thank you very much.
Thank you.